Okay, welcome. So this is my set, my travelling set, what I call it anyway. And my previous post said I'll do a quick video of this. So what we do is, with this travelling set, you undo this and screw it in. This plate doesn't come out, it all stays inside your unit, and it's that simple. Wheel that round, undo your little clamp so your pole can go through, unclip the machine itself, pop it in. Once it's slots in, that's it, you can tighten it up. You ready to go? Boom, tighten that up, get your strength, get your gap right. You can't see, well, you can't see that on camera, but as I turn that around, if I can just move the camera a little bit more that way, there, you can see it now. If I just turn it round, you can just see there, see that gap? You can just see a gap. Well, that gap there is for your hook, basically. Okay, that's for where you put your hook, and if your hook's too thin, it might not quite clamp it right. So this little turny thing helps you do it. So once that's been done, you're off and running. Start time flies. How easy is that? You could do that in a caravan. You could do that on a boat. You could do that on in your car. Let's say there's bad weather, you fancy taking a break from all the rain and misery. You can get into your car and do a bit. As you'll see, that popped out. Don't worry about it. Pop it back in. It's that simple. Pop it back in. Now, unscrew it back in. That's simple. And then you pop that back into your clamp or little leather piece. So let's talk about the other tools. Every tool you need to tie a decent fly is there in your set. It is there. So tweezers, you should get tweezers with it, or you might do. You get a collar hackle holder. So these tweezers, these tweezers are for collar hackles. So once you've got a hold of the feather, you can turn it round with this tool. You get a set of scissors. Hopefully they're sharp ones. These are that come with a set. You will use scissors more than you think. I'll pop them back. That's with the set. You get a threader, and that goes into your bobbin, for which you also get a bobbin holder. What's a bobbin? Well, it's one of these things, isn't it? It's a threading bobbin. You know, if you haven't done any sewing, that's a threaded bobber. It's got thread on it. Yeah, you can see that there in the light. Yeah, that's thread, and that goes inside this tool. Yeah, which is your bobbin. Yeah, that's a bobbin. Can't really see it on there. Okay, and this threader goes into the hole, and comes up through it, and then you'll be able to thread your bobbin. It's that simple. You get one of them, you'll be using that more and more. So those two things are in your should be in your set. You get a collar a decent collar hackle this time with this tool. I'll just hold it to that light and turn it. Yeah, you should get one of them, and that holds your collar hackles and allows you then to put your finger, in that hole, and then you can turn around your fly, and then leave that hanging off your vise, tie in the feather, and then snip. So there's plenty of stuff out there, videos on teaching how to do this. There is another tool here, which if you want to make your own special threads up, you make a loop, trap it in, take your thread to the end, and there's techniques in showing you how to do this. So you got your loop, a loop of thread tied in, you put this device in and separate your loop. Yeah. You then get some wax formulated for fly tying, and you coat the insides or that bit of thread. Yeah. You whack on some, say, Fritz. I've got some Fritz here, so we whack on some Fritz, gently tease it out. You don't need a lot, use a little. If you want to add more, you can take it back and put some more on, but use less, because when you start tying this around your fly, this special thread that you're going to make, this tool helps you twizzle it round. That's what it's there for. So I didn't like this tool, so I made my own out of a cork. So I got myself a cork and 2 curtain rings. Can you see that? And 2 curtain rings. And these curtain rings does the same job, but I have something a bit more fattier and chunkier to hold on to, and I'll be able to turn that around and get it real tight. And then with this tool in my hand that I couldn't do with this tool, I'm able to go around my fly smoother and easier than this thing. So I made my own. Other than that, you've got a whip finishing tool, which you need. It's invaluable. You're going to need one of these, okay? And there's plenty of videos on out there how to use a whip finishing tool, okay? So you get a whip finishing tool. Now, when I first brought this set, I thought, do you know what? I'm getting into this fishing lore. I'm getting into fly tying. So I brought one of these bad boys, and I've got some tape and some cord holding this together. So if I can just bring that through, this is another vice that clamps to any table that you can think of, and it's stiff. It's real stiff. And then to bring it up, I bring it up, as you can see. I can turn. You've got a little turny thing here, so if I turn it and then can twist the thing around to my angle where I want it, as you can see, and then I just tighten it off, and then that goes nowhere. That's a stiff thing. Needs tighter there, and I'll be able to then get my hook in there, and that hook's going nowhere with that stiff thing. Let's get rid of that. That's another type of vice that I've got, and it plugs onto a table, right? So that's your table type of vice. And the other type of vice I have, let me get rid of this travel. I call this a basic starter kit come traveller's kit. So that's what I started out on, and I had some lovely days, lovely nights tying flies on this thing. So then I thought, I'm into this fly tying lark, I'll buy myself that bad boy. And I brought myself some decent tools too, some pro bobbin holder, pro scissors with a curve. You can't really make out the curve, or you can on the camera there. You can there. Yeah, nice curve in that hook, in the scissors. So a good curvy scissors. I went out and brought myself a little pair of scissors. If you can see them, they're very little. So I got some different types of scissors. I went out and bought a little bobbin holder, and I brought this for mainly wire or floss, because it's got like a ceramic point on it. It's got a ceramic tube where the thread goes through, and it doesn't cut the floss. What it does is it comes out smoother. So if I'm tying any flies with a floss body, and I'm tying it with floss, this is what I use it for, a ceramic for floss. I went out and brought another pair of tweezers, but little ones that don't close on themselves. You've got to physically push and hold. So I've got sort of varying different types. But what I like about this Waldron vice by Snowbee is it's so easy to pack up and get what I want whenever I want. And the beauty about this is it just sits on the desk, and it's heavy. Look, I'm putting a lot of pressure on that, and that's going nowhere. And this is a slidey surface, and I can't do it. Just can't do it. Can't push it. There, it's just gone. But I did go for it. So to tie your fly on, or to put your fly in there, it's a straight case of doing that. Just move this arm. Can you see that arm? Yeah, you can see the arm now. And if I push that down, that tightens the clamp. Other than that, I can turn this 360, yeah, and keep going. Don't like that way, go that way. And it was just invaluable to do. And if you don't like the angle of which, this is my angle, what you could do is get your Allen key. You could move this and bring it down, right, and tighten that up. Now let's say you don't like that one. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit down, isn't it? So what you can do there is you can undo it, right? Bring that up, yeah, and that's going nowhere. So if you like it now like that, which is a bit more dinghy profile, tie your flies now. There, beautiful, isn't it? It's absolutely beautiful. And if you did want it a little bit higher, yeah, so let's say you're on a desk somewhere, so let's get that right there. Now we're a bit higher. That's going nowhere. That is beautiful, but expensive. This sort of kit, yeah, would set you back around, I think, £280 to £380, but you get what you pay for. It is a Snoobie welding device, rotary device, but what the beauty about that is it comes in a nice packet, a nice carrying case, as you can see. And this carrying case, yeah, there's enough space in this carrying case to put materials, tools, all kinds of stuff, and you can just carry that in your car wherever you go, yeah. Or take this to your location, and then put it back in your house after. Job done. So this is a quick video on mainly the travelling set that I've been posting about, and it's wood. You can buy ones that are fabric. You know, I could, if I wanted to, convert this simple materials bag, for which I've got. Yeah, I could convert this and put some of these tools in here, and get a little. I could put this vise and all that stuff into here, so I'm carrying the vise and tools in a nice carrying case that you can just buy, and then that can go wherever you go. It's that simple. But yeah, that's your travelling case. And if you're starting out in fly tying, highly recommend you get this. And once you start fly tying and start going through bits and bobs, I mean, I've accumulated a whole load of stuff, and some of my stuff is I've never used. You know, some of the stuff I've never used. Where's that thing gone? There he is. I've never used this. Yeah, I've never used that. It's for holding like very fine feathers and tackle, collar hackle, to make a particular type of dust fly. Cost me 18 quid. Never used it. I probably never will, because I like tying buzzers, I like tying gold hare's ears, I like tying daddy long legs, I like tying dry flies, wet flies, all the different types of things from the river, mainly the river. I have tied a few shrimps, but I mainly now tie on my Snoobie device, just because I can turn it 360, and I like the idea and the flexibility behind doing that. So, but these vices, if you've never tied before, they get the job done. And for 30 quid, even if you don't use the vice, the tools, you can't buy them tools separately for 30 quid. You literally can't do it, and you get a case. And if you're in the field and you're fishing away there and you want something quick to knock up, having a vice that clamps to the table, having a vice that clamps to the table ain't good for you, is it? Not unless you can find a decent branch. Yeah? So this is why I wanted something that you can just hook up, screw in, start tying. So if I'm in the field, I'm taking this. If I'm at home, relaxing and meditating, flying, tie flying, I'm using this one, right? And if I need to go anywhere or do anything, and I don't mind my vices getting damaged, I take this boy. So I've got a vice for a particular job if I needed it. That was my options before. So now I'll just use these two. Travelling case, in the field I take it with some bits and bobs to tie flies, and if I'm at home relaxing and doing it on my bench, as you see here, I do it with the Snowy Waldron vice 360 rotary device. So if you want one of them, go get one. But this travel set is a good starter set, and I highly recommend you buy one. So next video I intend to go through how to tie a fly and describe that tool I'm using, hopefully. Let's see what this one does. So thanks for watching, and a big thank you from Combi Fishing. Cheers guys, thank you.